students, welcome back to the biology class. I hope you all are fine and are safe at home. So, today we are going to discuss a new chapter, chapter 8, structure and functions of the living organisms and plants. I hope you all must have revised your previous chapters and have watched my videos. So, let's begin with the first learning outcomes. So, learning outcomes means after watching the videos, the things, the topic which you will be able to explain. That is the takeaway from the topic. So, after the completion of the topic, students, you will be able to define root system means what is the definition of the root system. Next, you will be able to state the functions of the root like roots that help in absorption of water and mineral, roots they help in binding of the soil, prevents from soil erosions. So these are the functions you will be able to explain in detail. Next, you will be able to differentiate between the tapped root system and about the fibrous root system. In last, you will be able to explain the classification of root system, that a root system it is classified into two different categories, two different varieties, that is the tapped root system and fibrous root system, and you will be able to explain their definitions also. So let's begin with the topic. In our previous chapter, that is the world of living, we have studied about how the plants they are classified. So basically plants they are classified on the basis of their height, on the basis of the shape, on the basis of whether they have the flowers, they do not have the flowers. So plants which have the flowers, you can see here in the left side of the picture, they have the plants which are having the flowers, they bear flowers, they are called as the flowering plants, and the plants which do not have the flowers, these are called as the non-flowering plants. You can see here on the right side example fern is given, which is a non-flowering plant. Generally this plant we only grow in our houses, and at the back of the leaves you can see tiny spores are there, so that is the spore bearing plants. These are called not the flower bearing. Another example you can see is the mosses. So here mosses, basically these are very small plants. You can see here it is present on the surface, on the moist surface area mein basically they are found. Like here is the rocky surface area where you can see this mosses is present even on the bark of the tree. In the hilly regions you can see that is the mosses, which is the non-flowering plant. So coming to the next topic, the next slide, that is plant part. So students, you have already studied about the different, you have already know about the different parts of the plant and have been studied in your previous classes that a plant is basically made up of different parts, that is like root, stem, leaf, it has flowers, and each different part it perform a different function. Why? So as to live, so as to for their survival, for their betterment, for their growth. So and each part perform different functions. So coming to the next topic, that is a flowering plant. So flowering plant, what is that? A flowering plant is made up of two main parts. One is called as a root system, that is a part below the soil. The part which is present below the soil, that is called as a root system, and the part which is present above the soil, that is called as a shoot system. So we are going to discuss in detail one by one each and every part. So coming to the next slide, you can see here the root system, the definition of the root system. So part which is present below the ground. So part of a plant which grows below the ground, and basically it consists of only roots, so that is called as a shoot system. So this is the definition of the root system, that is a part of a plant which grows below the ground and is consist of roots, that is called as a root system. So in this way, your first learning outcome has been achieved. Now students, you will be able to define this root system. Coming to the next slide, that is the functions of the root. Now we are going to discuss various functions of the root. Like roots, they help in absorption of water and minerals. These are absorbed by these roots. So that is the function of the roots. Next, it helps in conduction of water and mineral. All that water and mineral that move upwardly with the help of these roots. They also act as a storage organ. Yes, they store the food. So in some cases it stores the food, like we will discuss later on, like carrot, radish. Here the food is also stored. So, and also it helps in encouraging of the plant. It provides support to the plant. So these are the functions which we are going to study in our next slide in detail. So functions of the root, as we have already discussed, it holds the plant to the soil. It helps in absorbing water and mineral from the soil. Next, it acts as a storage organ. Basically, it stores food material in some plants, as I have already told, that like carrot, turnip. Basically, it stores food, but not in all cases. In few. Next, it helps to bind the soil. Basically, roots जो होती हैं, it bind करती हैं to the soil, bind the soil करती हैं and also help in preventing from the soil erosion. So it prevent करती हैं from soil erosion से. So what is soil erosion? Soil erosion means removal of the topmost layer. So soil will not जो होगी removal of topmost layer. So basically what is the function of roots? So roots जो होती हैं, so it prevent करती हैं soil को from washing away from during the heavy rainfall, or stop avoiding करती हैं from blowing away to the storms, the strong winds. So roots prevent करती हैं from the soil erosion. So in this way, your next learning outcome has been achieved. Now you will be able to state the functions of the roots. Coming to the next topic, so types of roots. So basically we are going to study, there are two types of roots. Root system having two types of root. One is called as the taproot system and other is called as the fibrous root system. So let's discuss one by one. Classification of root system. So already we have discussed the root system is classified into two types. One is called taproot system and other is called as a fibrous root system. So let's discuss first about the taproot system. So basically what is taproot system? Here whenever a seed germinates, so basically what happened, that a single root grow downward. So this is a single root which grow downward from the base of the stem into the soil. So इस single जो main root होती है, that this root is called as a primary root. So this is called as a primary root, that is the single root which arises from the base of the stem, which grows into the soil, and from this primary root basically several roots they arises, and that several root either these are called as a lateral root we can also call, or we can also call them as a secondary roots, and from the secondary root further that root arises, that is called as a tertiary root. So such type of system is called as a taproot system. Let's see the definition. When a seed germinates, a single root grows downward into the soil. It then branches into several smaller lateral roots, which may be also called as a secondary or tertiary roots. So such an arrangement of the root system is called as a taproot system. You can see the examples which are given here is the pea, mustard, bean and gram. So these are the examples of the taproot system. Coming to the next topic, which we are going to discuss now in the next slide, that is the fibrous root system. Here you can see when a seed germinates, whenever a seed germinates, and several root that is arises from the base of the stem. So various roots which arise from the base of the stem, not a single root. That is the basic difference between the taproot and the fibrous. Several roots they arise from the base of the stem. So such type of system is called as a fibrous root system. So coming to the next, let's see the definition. Fibrous root system means when a seed germinates, several roots they grow out at the same time from the base of the stem. So many root arises from the base of the stem. So such type of root system is called as a fibrous root system. Such an arrangement of root system is called fibrous root system. You can see what are the examples like maize, wheat, rice and grasses. These are the example of the fibrous root system. So coming to the next, we have an activity.
Let's begin with an activity. So I am here taking a potted plant and I am going to pull unwanted grass from this potted plant. So after pulling this, you can see here several roots which are arising from the base of the stem, that is the fibrous root, and these are equally, all these roots they are equal in length, they are very small in size. So you can see more example nearby if you are having growing somewhere in the fields, wheat plant, maize plant. So you can see variety of plants which are having the fibrous root. So next I am going to take a sadabahar plant from the potted plant. So after pulling out, you can see here the single main root that comes out from the plant, and this single main root is the primary root and is an example of taproot. From this single root, you can see several that root arises from the primary root, which are secondary and tertiary roots. Example gram, pea.
Find out one of the taproot system plant and one of the fibrous root from your home, and you have to paste that fibrous root plant and the taproot plant with having their roots with them along with roots and paste it in your notebook. So students, after watching the video and after listening the topic on the taproot and the fibrous root system, now it has been clear. So now you will be able to differentiate between the taproot and the fibrous root. Let's discuss one more time. So taproot, it has only one main stem, and long root, the smaller root that grows from the main root, they are called as a lateral root. You have to keep in mind. So the roots which are arises from the main root, primary root, these are called as a lateral roots, or we can also call the secondary or the tertiary roots. So next, on the other hand, fibrous roots which do not have a main root, all the roots or the stem, all the roots they are seen to be similar, they look similar. Next, taproot goes deep into the soil as it is a single main root so as to absorb water and minerals. However, on the other hand, fibrous roots they do not go deep into the soil, they are having very limited they are in their size. Next, taproots are found in plants which have reticulate venation. We will go discuss this type of venation of the leaf in further in the upcoming lectures. So on the other hand, plants which fibrous roots, these are found basically in plants which have parallel venations in their leaves, means having the veins which are parallel होती हैं. They are having such type of leaves in which have the veins which are in a parallel position. On the other hand, in the reticulate venation, the leaf it has a web-like veins. They have such type of leaves. These are called as having veins having network-like called reticulated leaves. So students, now you will be able to. This is the next learning outcome which we have achieved. So after this, now you will be able to differentiate between the taproot and the fibrous root system. So these are the learning outcomes which you have been achieved after the completion of the topic. So define root system means this system, the part of the plant which is present below the soil, that is called as a root system. Now you will be able to explain the function of the roots, like help in absorbing water, act as a storage organ, so it helps in binding of the soil. So basically these are the functions of the root. Now you will be able to state them. Now after completion of the topic, you are able to explain the taproot and the fibrous root system, and are also able to differentiate between them. So this is all about the today's topic. Thank you so much for watching this video.